Do you want customers?
Make things simpler, faster, more convenient. One tap, you get a conversation with your customer that never ends.
You know how many people have been to your venue. You know how many people have tapped you. I'm just going to scan.
Yeah, I was like, you need to talk to Ryan. He's got Tap the Table. Don't even waste your time. He's got a solution.
It just works.
And that's why Tap the Table exists in the first place. Boom. And then you just start doubling the price. That's that right there.
We're doing different things.
I'm going to tell you what works based on what I have literally seen. Stop. Just tap your phone. Boom, done. Easy. What is going on, people of the internet? Boy, I'll tell you what, I am hype. I done made a lot of people mad today. I didn't even mean to. What's up, ManyChat group? I'm going to point y'all out here in just a minute because it's a sad day in chat marketing, y'all. First of all, this is episode number 31 of the ChatBot Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Baggett, and I'm happy to be here. I'm thankful to be here, and I'm thankful for every single person who's watching or will watch. You know, they say all good things eventually must come to an end. And, you know, sometimes I just hope that's not the case. This is not going to be a negative Nancy edition. This is going to be a point amount edition because as small as this niche is of conversational marketing, just like everywhere else on the internet, seems like there's a lot of misinformation out there. And there's a lot of what I've said, like every episode, guys, you don't know what you don't know. And there's a lot of people out there on the internet. We call them keyboard warriors. Trolls. Just, I don't know. They just have all the time. And they say things. And most of the time, guys, you have to just take things with a grain of salt and just say, maybe they know what they're talking about. Maybe they don't. But what really sucks, guys, is when the entities and platforms and apps and programs and tools out there that you're supposed to trust fail on you. And it's just happened to one tool in particular so much recently. And it's a tool that I actually owe a lot of my success to in this robot world, baby. Chatbots. This is episode number 31, as I said. And we're going to talk about how to not get banned on Facebook Messenger, which in my opinion is, if it's not already right now, I think it'd be hard to determine what is the most profitable channel. If it's not the most profitable channel right now, I think that it is certainly on the path to becoming the most profitable channel in social media marketing today. And that is Facebook Messenger, to be specific. Messenger is such a powerful platform and a powerful tool. I believe that it is a fact when I say most businesses out there in the USA and abroad are sleeping on this platform. I know Gary Vee says you need to focus on LinkedIn, especially this industry or B2B or whatever. But at the end of the day, there's nothing more powerful right now in the ad space than Facebook's ecosystem of platforms, guys. There's just not. Sorry. TikTok, I've heard people have had awesome, success lately on TikTok. Congratulations. I think that's awesome. I do not think the vast majority of my clients should just leave any platform and go to TikTok. That's for sure. Could they try it? Sure. I digress. We're going to stay on topic today, guys, because it's a big one. This is the topic that I found nobody wants to talk about. And I think there are a multitude of reasons why in such, a group of individuals in the marketing space that embody everything that is conversation. It's interesting that we're not seeing more thought leaders, looking at you guys, actually speak out and add value here, because there's a problem with the ManyChat platform banning pages banning pages when they shouldn't be banning pages. I'm sorry. This is a fact. I have several screenshots from a post I made today in their larger community group, and I'm going to share that screenshot with you. This is going to I'll probably lose some friends here. It's sad. And I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all, you always have to be a student when it comes to tech. So take anything that is said on any YouTube show, Facebook Live, animated GIF, news article with lots of grains of salt and make our own decisions. But I'm going to show you all the things like I've always done. I'm always trying to do. So here is, let's see, am I going to find the right one? Here it is. I'm going to hit my face right in the, oh man, it's going to be way too big there. That was the one I didn't adjust, I guess. Let's see. Is this the one here? Did I find it? I'm going to find the actual post. Boom, here it is. Here we go, guys. 10 years I've been working professionally with Facebook pages, advertising with the US dollar, all 10 years. I was probably one of the first, I don't know, I don't really know a true number, so I won't say a number, but I was definitely one of the first people ever to get Facebook money as a small business, for sure. And back then, history here, I was working at the frickin' Holiday Inn Oceanfront. It's called the Beach House now. That's where I was working here on Hilton Head Island. And to really succeed in the case of back then, I needed to get a Facebook post pushed out very far and get a lot of people to come to a bar on the beach called the Tiki Hut. So where no one in their right mind at that time would give Ryan any money to give to Facebook, that makes no sense. Facebook's free to Ryan, dummy. So they're thinking. Instead, for the betterment of the business, what did I do? I frickin' paid for the ad myself out of pocket. And let me tell you something, guys. Being young, working for a hotel, even in a world-class place like Hilton Head, it don't pay very well. Not at all, guys. I'm sorry to tell you. Didn't pay like that bad, but it's pretty bad. Just to be totally honest. Either way, you know what was a really good investment? $5, giving it to Facebook. It worked so well. Even though it was I made zero profit from this hotel, guys. I spent like maybe in upwards of 40 or 50 bucks the first time I ever like boosted a post when that was a thing. Like the day after they made business pages. Whenever they made that button available, I tried it. And it worked, guys. It worked really, really well. Okay. I've been running Facebook pages since that day. I never have stopped for businesses making money. Sometimes doing a lot of work for very little money. Actually, more than sometimes it happened often, especially when I started. But I'll tell you what, I really started paying attention to what Facebook was saying in their blogs, in their terms, in their Facebook permissions section. There's so much of Facebook that so many people that even use Facebook for their businesses have no idea exists. For example, for those of you who are actually working with clients in the social media marketing capacity in any form, when you go and you have an agreement and you become an admin of the Facebook page, how many of those clients did not know business.facebook.com is a thing? They didn't know about Business Manager. How many? I would be willing to bet the majority. Okay. That itself is such an unlock to so many people because they're stuck pushing that blue boost post button all the time, not getting what they should be getting. They see these other people having all this crazy success on Facebook. Why can't they? They gave Facebook money from that blue button. Well, there's some things you have to set up, and a lot of times it's set up in business.facebook.com and ads manager, guys. That's another story for another day. There's so much to Facebook, guys. It does so many things, so many great things. Now, as I've said before, as much as I love Facebook and generate 100% of my income from Facebook in some capacity, am not going to sit here and say they're a perfect platform ever, because there's nothing that's perfect. They're far from it. That said, they're pretty darn close to achieving their goals. Every goal they set out to achieve, they achieve it for the most part. I don't know of many that have failed. Okay. That said, think about this. Aside from the election, let's take that out of the equation, okay? Because I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that on Facebook Live, that word. Either way, aside from the election, think of all of the interactions you, as a business owner or as an agency, have with Facebook. All the interactions you have, and you don't get in trouble for doing bad things, because I'm assuming you're not a bad marketer or a bad person, right? Let's assume that. You're doing all the right things. You have hundreds and hundreds of interactions with the app a day, probably, if you pay attention. So we look at all of these interactions and we look at all these days of nothing. And then all of a sudden, you get a ban or a flag or a notice that you've done something wrong to violate their terms. Huh? Wait a minute. Let's look into this, right? So let's say Facebook is really good at their job and they only ban people who deserve to be banned. I have zero problem with that. If Facebook's rate in which they ban pages is so high, that's great. If they're verifiable, even if they don't tell you, they can verify some way, this is why you're banned. I'm telling you what, guys. The fact that we are seeing a platform actually admit with no remorse they know what's going on is baffling. And I've not said anything, because a lot of people will assume if I say anything negative about ManyChat that I'm trying to take their customers. Well, I don't want ManyChat's customers, to be honest with you. They're my friends, first of all. And my platform is way, way out of their price range. We don't have the same customers, ManyChat. So don't look at it like that. Everyone will think I'm trying to get their people, but I'm not. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly. Let's see if I'm still in the group. See if I still have access, because I'm going to show you the post here. Share my screen. Notify admin here. What they have done is they have made it appear that the issue that is causing all of these bans on all these ManyChat pages is not their fault. It's not true. Look here. Let's hide this little graphic. I told y'all from day one I was going to show you the things, man. I'm going to explain this to you very slowly, folks. If you're on ManyChat, I'm not telling you to go find another platform right this second. I'm telling you, you need to always think about your options. You need to always have a plan B. What if Facebook shuts down tomorrow? What are you going to do as a business if that's what you're reliant on? You know, I work for an e-commerce company, totally relying on Facebook and Instagram ads. If Facebook and Instagram ever did shut down, guys, the business is gone. Y'all, you have to think about an exit plan. It is extremely important to know your exit plan, but I digress. This is from November 9th. Now, this page admin here, Jonathan, is probably a very nice man. Don't know him. I don't think I've ever had a conversation with him. Most ManyChat people, the admins, are very nice. Either way, he's saying here, they're moving a feature, which, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about with ManyChat and chatbots and all this stuff, if you need to let someone on your team know a thing, there's a feature called Notify Admin in several chatbot platforms. And the feature will allow the Facebook page, a Twilio phone number in many cases, or an email address to alert said team member the thing happened. For example, someone indicates in Messenger they've had a very bad experience at your restaurant and they want to give you a crappy 1-star review. Well, when they indicate that and they hit the 1-star in Messenger, and this is before it hits TripAdvisor, for example, you might trigger something. You might trigger your chatbot to send out a message to your team member to say, uh-oh, manager, this customer's having a bad time, go save the day. So he got a message through his Messenger, in this case, from the Facebook page itself. So Ryan's restaurant gets a Facebook message The Facebook message is a 1-star review. So that 1-star review sent a message to me on my personal Facebook page. Go handle the guest situation, right? That's the idea here, folks. What's happening here is this is not a native Facebook function. I don't know why people don't understand this, that think that they know so much. We'll look at Facebook permissions here in a second, guys. I'll show y'all the things, like you can look at the messenger tags yourself. What platforms do is they allow you to take no hand in coding for the most part. Every single one of them, no matter what industry, a platform or a software, an app, what they do in general is allow you to do a thing without knowing how to develop, without knowing how to code. Okay. So instead of coding a website, people will use something like Shopify because it saves time. It's more efficient. And a lot of times Shopify, listen, they're the Google of Canada. They're going to build better websites than many individuals or small companies. It's a fact. Sorry. Things have changed, folks. Technology makes things easier, faster, cheaper, more efficient. That's the idea of technology, period. But let's dive in here. They've moved this feature away from the Facebook inbox and instead will now only alert people through email and SMS. Okay. So it's saying here, hey, ManyChatters. This is Jonathan, who is a moderator. This is November 9th. This is recent, folks. Hey, ManyChatters, as many of you have seen recently, we've worked with Facebook on the structure of the notify admin text. Let's break this down for the people that are in the back. It's clear. Guys, it is clear. As many of you have seen, recently we worked with Facebook on the structure of the notify admin text. This is, let me just translate this. Many of y'all have saw that the old messages that we had have been changed. Okay? For the country folks, maybe. Many of y'all might have noticed, if you are alive and you pay attention to your Facebook accounts at all, that there's been a big change because we've changed this text to scare people. Either way, they changed this text. So they've worked with Facebook to solve a problem. That's what we're saying here. The problem was the original structure of notify admin text. That's what they are telling you. How is this not clear? This is like their attempt at being super transparent in a way, except they're not taking ownership of all they had to say here is, oh man, we screwed up, guys. That's it. All they had to do is say that. That is the apology I'm looking for in my original post for the ones in the back. Okay. FYI, because of this, other reasons, not this specific pinned post, I left the platform a long time ago. And all of their third-party applications they were starting to force on people. Luckily, I got out before that thing opened up. Now, that's not to say the people that make those apps aren't awesome, because I know those people and they're my friends. And all they want to do is solve problems just like I want to do. Unfortunately, we're forced into it. Either way, because their development team obviously doesn't want to do that stuff anymore. Anyway. Now, why did they have to talk to Facebook to fix the problem that they had? Here's the answer: to make sure it's not causing the warning or the blocks. They had to remedy the issue. Okay, they had an issue. They are saying to you it's with the notify admin feature when it's talking about messenger specific notifications to your admin. When that function was triggering, for some reason, and not every time, right? This is where it doesn't make sense to me. For some reason, sometimes that notification would cause Facebook to block people or ban people or warn people. A negative thing in Facebook. And so now they've changed it. This is what they're telling you in this very first sentence. They've changed it so that now, going forward, there won't be any warnings or blocks, to make sure that it's not causing warnings or blocks. Okay, so here's the back end sentence that's missing here. where it says, we've worked closely with the review team. Okay. Here's the sentence I'm adding in here because you need the context for it to be fully transparent and honest. Because we screwed up, we had to go holler at Facebook. And I'll continue with the rest of his line. And we've worked closely with the review team. Now, in parentheses, we've gotten approval on the copy. So now it's approved, is what they're saying to you in essence. We fixed the problem. They verified that this is okay. And the feature is compliant. Yeah, so then, unfortunately, we are still hearing reports from our users that a small number of them, less than 5%. Yes, and this is a great point. Another commenter made. Is it 4.9%, guys? How much under 5%? Is it 1%? Is it like, come on, guys. Unfortunately, we're still hearing reports from our users that a small number of them, less than 5%, they're saying, are getting their pages inaccurately warned, blocked. Now, even though the number of such false positives is low, who says that is low? 5% of your user base is getting blocked, guys. That is a problem. What is going on? What if Ford Motor Company? This is how bad this is, guys. And I'm sorry to be so harsh, but it's necessary at this point. What if Ford Motor Company was okay with 5% or less, right under 5% of their cars having faulty brakes and it killed people, man? This is not a thing. This is not a thing. This is so strange to me. Like, I just don't get it. Even though the number of such false positives is low, we understand that your page's ability to message your contacts is the number one priority. No, that is not the number one priority. That's false. The number one priority is to not have an account banned, guys. What are you thinking here? The number one priority is to not have your Facebook page banned and taken away from you and lose the ability to advertise, because that will kill literally many, many businesses that rely on it. It will kill them. I don't understand this language here. And losing the ability is unacceptable no matter what. Yeah, sure. That's true. So another additional remedy. This is an additional remedy, folks. They remedied it by fixing the text, but they're also saying, this is why we've made a decision to move all the notify admin via messenger notifications, aka that message that your employee would receive if someone has a bad meal, in this case. This is why we made a decision to move all notify admin via messenger notifications and email on Tuesday the 24th at 8 a.m. That's right. All notify admin via messenger actions will automatically transition to email starting this week. Well, hello, guys. Either you're an open source platform and you can let everybody do what the heck they want and it's all up to them, every user for itself, which is like, I guess, kind of the way that most platforms go, minus the open source part. That's kind of a joke. Isn't it your job to protect your user base? Is it not your job to protect your user base? Like, this is insane to me. And this is from the 9th. I thought it was going to get a lot more savage than it did. This to me is insane. So again, there's no I'm sorry. There's no we're sorry, or there's no we're going to own this. All this is saying is, in essence, and I hope someone from Facebook's watching this, in essence, it's just like they've done so many times. Point the finger at Facebook. He did it. They did it. It's their fault. We're trying to work with them, but they're not. I don't understand. And, you know, here's where it's upsetting. If they truly don't understand at all where this bug is coming from, then I do feel bad, because they got like 150 people there, man. They should have some people. They should have some resources, I would assume, to get this fixed. They're smart people that work at that company. I owe a lot of money. I feel like I paid them a lot of money when I had a ton of accounts, but I owe a lot of the success to them. I owe the interest in chat marketing due to ManyChat, but man, I will never be able to confidently recommend them. And I've recommended them even recently. Although Tap the Table is awesome, it's my thing. This is the ChatBot Podcast, folks, not the Tap the Table podcast. And there are cases where, as a business, you're going to want to use something that's not what I offer currently with Tap the Table. Don't you worry your pretty little face. I've got lots of fun solutions coming soon. Oh, I can't wait to tell you the things, the positive things. I can't wait to do that. But let's get back into it, okay? Because y'all thought I was done. Man, I told y'all from day one, we're only going to have people on this show who bring lots and lots of value. And I'm going to show you right now. This is a great example of someone who will never, ever, ever be invited on this show. Because I don't care how you slice and dice it, man. After I posted the thing to tell ManyChat, like I've tried before on similar things, luckily a lot of the recommendations I dropped on them, on some nice people, dropped on them in a nice way because they're my friends and some of the employees there. Told them the things that would make their platform better. And, like 30% of those things got implemented. The rest are yet to be seen. I actually complimented them today before I saw this terrible flag on one of my giant accounts. That was an unnecessary false flag. Getting it taken care of by Facebook, don't you worry. And I've never still to this day had a page blocked. But the flag alone was enough to worry me. And I've worked in big agencies where we lost pages, and it's not fun. You can always get them back if you spend enough money, put it that way. But look here. This person, Michelle Lewis says, I totally get it, Ryan. It's helped me so much to move something without so many flags. It's still here. Okay. That wasn't the comment I was going to read, but that was Michelle's very nice. I did help her because she had some horror stories, helped her. This is what I'm talking about. Miss McKenzie says, do I think a lot of these community standard violations are legit? No. So when I read this, I was like, awesome. I know her. She's like a famous ManyChat person. She's on my side. That's very nice. She's saying that maybe some of these community standard violations, which I'm not even saying that a community standard violation other than a messenger flag here is in the question. Only messenger stuff, guys. That's got to be obvious. She says, no, I don't think they're all legit. In my experience, and from talking to others, I think that Facebook's algorithm AI is incorrectly flagging many pages. Now, we started off this episode, folks, saying Facebook in general is really good at their job. They're fantastic. Think of all the pages, all the interactions, all of the things. Think of all of the things you've ever done on Facebook. And if you're someone that is legit and you've done a lot, you've done a lot. Think of how many clicks in the Facebook window on your phone or on your computer, guys. Truthfully, think of how many times have you tapped? How many times have you clicked in that dashboard? Okay. I can't understand how many millions of clicks I must have had in this dashboard. Either way, she's blaming Facebook right up front. And then she provides an example, I assume, from some deep documentation of Facebook itself, which is acceptable, or maybe it's from her book or something. I don't know. Her talk. One example is the fraud and deception block. E-commerce clients, especially those that do rebates and offers, are getting these blocks, with many being unwarranted. They aren't trying to defraud their customers or deceive them into paying or making phony purchases. Great. I don't know why. Like, I don't know how, like, she could possibly think that is a helpful comment. I don't know why. Like, I don't know the purpose of that, but it wasn't like totally like mean. I was okay. She's basically saying, is every violation correct? Nope. Blame Facebook. That's what she said later in this thread. I hadn't seen all the messages after I made this post. In fact, I think the post got approved really late, even though I had people yelling at me saying, oh, I see your post after I made a comment. When I noticed that they were, approving all comments going forward. So they're screening them, not let the bad stuff come through. I'm so surprised they actually let that come through. Kudos to that transparency, the person that believed in transparency there. But originally, she said something that just wasn't very nice. And at the end of the day, she's trying to tell me this screenshot above, I guess I missed part of it. The information you provided. There's an issue with the account update tag. It could be from the notified admin before the switch. You still have this issue with she's like, I can read the screen, lady. So I'll have to pull. Let's see, it's still up on the group, and they haven't kicked me out yet. I hope they don't, but I would be highly surprised if I wake up in the morning, I'm still in that group. It's why I had to move my last account out of there. Anyways, whenever she reread or rewrote the thing that I had on my screen, I told her, and it's a little spicy, guys, but I ain't dumb. Just because I'm from the South, you would be so surprised, especially the business guys here in the U.S., man. They as soon as they're not from the South, and they know they're talking to someone that might have some country in their accent, they think we're dumb. And so then I just wait, and I'll play dumb sometimes, but then I come through with the uppercut, man. The uppercut gets it, and they're like, "Oh, he's not as stupid as he sounds." Most of the time, I'm not saying I always win there, but anyways, what it comes down to is, realistically, if you compare chat marketing to any other professional thing, think of even professional sport, there are some mistakes that just happen, right? Think of playing baseball. That was my sport growing up. I loved baseball, and I could hit some home runs, baby. I didn't play very good defense. I wasn't the best in the outfield. I'd much rather just hit the whole time. I was good at that. But you can't hit a home run every time. And if you don't hit a home run every time, they're not going to, get mad at you. In fact, in baseball, you lose at the plate more than you win most times. Batting 300 is pretty solid. Getting a hit 3 out of 10 times, pretty solid. It's not acceptable is going on the field without your glove every game. Some things just can't happen. Okay. And some things are obvious. This is a case where I'm getting pointed out obvious stuff. So I'm going to point some obvious stuff out back, because as much as I try to help people, man, the last thing that truthfully needs to happen is for someone to assume you're stupid. I hate that. I don't do that with people. But either way, I asked her, how many pages have you gotten banned? I don't think a lot of people in this group would have had the nerve to do that, because as you can see, she's a copy and paste queen. She wants to be the queen. She's the copy and paste queen. I'm sure this came straight from the Facebook guidelines, and that's fine. But I can research guidelines. I had no questions that involved any of this stuff on my screen here. So I asked her how many pages she got banned. I don't know if she's got any banned pages, but she did say she had some issues. Guys, there's nothing in this world that can't be fixed. I don't think there's something in this world that can't not be fixed. I'm going to point this out here. Lars, this guy I'm begging to have on the podcast. He is one of those ninjas that I talk about all the time. He's been out of the shadows, though. I've seen him on Hackathon Live on Facebook Live before. This dude's a messenger expert, guys, and he's married to no platform, not a fanboy of anything. He's very tough, very dry, and sometimes I've even seen comments from him like, "Whoa, I don't know if I want to get in a conversation with him," but he's very, very smart. I really enjoy time around and with smart people. So I'm trying to get on this dude's good side, but I see what he's doing here. He's saying to someone, that's me, by the way, this is my comment above his, put up evidence that that's not just your opinion, and I'm happy to have a dialogue. So everybody wants to say something, but they're just saying stuff. Where's your evidence? Where's your use case, your case studies yourself? Where's something you have seen online? Give me something before you just come out here and say this or that. This is 2020 coming into 2021, man. If y'all think Yelp reviews are bad, by the way, restaurant owners coming back to y'all, let me tell you something. Yelp right now is pretty much, you're getting all text-based crap. A lot of it not true. Sure, I agree with that. 1-star reviews, and maybe they take a really bad picture. That's the worst if you get a bad picture. But you know what's really going to start to suck is when you have TikToks that are Yelp reviews. Man, that will be so annoying. I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon, but it's definitely coming. I digress. Lars here, who is someone that you do not play with in this chat game, because you will likely be wrong if you go against him. I am very particular about who I have these kind of conversations with. He's not one of them I'll play with. I don't know. I don't say that very much, but he says this person. I'm not even going to do the injustice to this person's name and try to pronounce it. But the person says, and this is people from the internet now. Take it with a grain of salt, like I'm saying. This is why I preface that with everything I said. Everything I do is very intentful. I have intent behind everything. Some of y'all know this, and you're like 7 steps later, you notice that 8th step, back, and you're like, "Dang, Ryan, that was pretty smart." I'm like, "Yeah, got lucky on that one." Wink, right? For my previous problems, I have moved all my contents to another platform. I seriously don't know this dude. Don't know his platform. All I know is it's not mine. It ain't mine. The same messages, the same files, the same way of sending messages to tell you the truth. I did not change anything, and now everything is going right. And this is one of the reasons I chose this to screenshot. He's telling Lars, like, basically, you're an OG dude, and I don't know if I want to play with you, but he's saying, Lars, I think, is actually a nice guy. Don't get me wrong. He's saying here, though, you're one of those who always make fun of my situation when I complain about my case. But let me tell you, guy, I'm 100% sure it's for ManyChat. This does not mean that ManyChat is a bad platform. Agree, it's not a bad platform. This thing just sucks that they got going on. But it's not stable. For my first business, I have to stop using it for a while until everything goes well. If the situation is stable, I'll come back later. So the product's so good that even though this bug is happening that's causing certain pages, somewhere around 5% of their accounts are getting banned. They said it themselves. I read it to you out loud, showed you the thing. This person's saying, and a lot of other people probably feel this way, that even though this is really bad, if it gets fixed, I might come back. That's got to be a little comforting at least. But man, this is not good stuff, guys. This is bad. Here's another just sad thing. I just did this randomly. That's why I was like 10 minutes late to my own thing, trying to get these screenshots done. This is very impromptu, not like the other episodes that are so well planned and structured of the ChatBot podcast. This person, I like the name Hershey. It's a cool name. I entirely disabled my ManyChat, and Facebook eventually unblocked pages from running ads. So, and again, I can't verify any of this. This is from the thread that I started. I don't know what's going on. We work hard creating the flow. And, one thing I've learned to do this year, what is this one saying? Is this a fun one? That's Michelle. Okay, that's it. I think there's no more I'll show here. I think I've made my point. Like, if you're a chatbot builder, please do this. If you think I'm playing with y'all, go to any other chatbot group that you can become a member of. If you can't become a member of it yourself, don't know why you wouldn't be able to, but like, I'm sure you'll be able to find someone that can verify for you. Go inside their groups, search notify admin, search ban, search block. If this was a Facebook problem, y'all, Facebook would own up to it. That's what I'm saying. Facebook would tell us, well, we're kind of sorry, but we screwed up, and now here's your next rule you have to follow. That might change tomorrow. It might have already changed. This is what we deal with as digital people. We must be nimble. We cannot blame stuff on the thing that makes us the money. And I don't mean the chatbot platform in this case. I mean the social media platform. They are the ones that make the rules. I had a good friend of mine, and I'm not putting our comments on the screen. I was a DM. Like, I'll tell you what, man, we can have any conversation in Messenger, and I'll never do someone like I just did these people that really wanted to just try me here, try me in this group, because they're so on board with this brand. It's what we call fanboys, and I even got a caption for those folks, and it's very simple: don't be one. As much as I loved them when I first started using them, like full-time, literally full-time job, I created myself in January on the 2nd using ManyChat. It made me a little bit of money, then a lot of bit of money. And then finally, when it came down to, all right, it's make or break. Do you really do this forever, Ryan? Or at least try to? Or You got to look for something else to do because maybe this won't last. Maybe it won't work. Unfortunately, it didn't work. It didn't work, guys. And I've been very careful not to ever really want to tell this story because at the end of the day, like I don't have a solution for the people that build chatbots. I don't have a good solution outside of ManyChat for you that I'll happily recommend because number one, I don't know the intention of every builder because they're all different. You got to find your own solutions, guys. You can ask me, if you're trying to accomplish a thing specifically that you know of, I probably can point you in the right direction, or I'm happy to tell you I don't know what to tell you. I don't claim to know all the things. I'm not a know-it-all, as much as I would like to be. I'll tell you this. There are things coming out here in this chat game that will make you not want to be a fanboy of any platform. It depends on what your goal is. But the number one goal we all share is we cannot have our pages blocked. If the reason is invalid, Facebook is not going to make all these giant mistakes on one platform. And I saw a lot of people say, oh, it's because they have so many users. Listen, Tap the Table has less than 300 paying users. You're getting there. 0 bans. I know that's laughable to compare. 0. We will never have a ban. Do you know why? I can say this with confidence. I will not allow it as the developer, the creator. And I didn't develop this whole thing. I had some serious help with one of my best friends, who is a much better developer than myself. Everything I couldn't solve, he would help with the fix eventually. And we have a perfect platform now, and I've got my thing. It's launched it's September 2nd. It's doing okay. Far from ManyChat's numbers, but here's a big deal. One thing I'm not going to compete with ever is trying to please everyone. And that is what they're trying to do, I think. And I think that method is not going to work. Put it out there right now. What they want to do in the way that they want to do it, eventually it ain't going to work, because big business is specific. They need specific solutions. That is why Tap the Table exists. Not because ManyChat is a bad platform, or Mobile Monkey, or Silverbots, or Chatfuel. None of those, I'm saying, are bad platforms. They're all very well done by very smart people. And I'm not saying I'm smarter than any of those people, but I'm saying that I have a different strategy in general. I am not catering to chatbot builders personally, even though at this point in my life, that's the majority of my friends now are people that are in this game. But I'm not building this for y'all. I'm sorry. I'm building it for the business owner. All they need is a plug and play solution. And in my case, to never miss a message, never miss a comment, provide an easy way to sell their food, powered directly by Facebook. That is what they need. If they want to get fancy, then yes, they can do a lot of awesome things, and I can't wait to show y'all more things. Some of my features are they're out of this world, man. And you cannot for any chatbot builder in the restaurant game. If you have been banned by ManyChat, please DM me. I will give you a free lifetime account, period. But you got to show proof, obviously. I don't want the money from the builders. That's what I'm trying to prove here. Just take it. I don't want your money. I don't want people to lose interest in building automation. I don't want business to be scared of having an amazing tool generate a lot of money for them. But I am scared to deal with platforms and to deal with applications that have major bugs. And I'm not talking about the bug where your button doesn't appear, or your text is gone. I'm not talking about those bugs. I'm talking about the bugs that get you banned, son. The real ones, the scary ones. That's the boogeyman to me, guys. Getting banned, it's not in my vocabulary. The one chick that wanted to tell me all the things, she's gotten way more flags and restrictions or whatever than I have. I can guarantee, because she told me one time ever. Get out of here, man. Gonna read me a definition. Anyways, I'll tell you what. I got some more things here. This is the last point I'm going to make tonight because I'll just keep on talking about it. I haven't even tried to look at comments. Well, I'm sure people might be even blasting me. I'm sure I lost some friends today. But I'll tell you what. This stuff needs to be said by somebody, and no one's talking about it. At this point, ManyChat has zero effect on my life. My last account has been moved for sure. And again, my accounts will never get banned. It's not possible. They're called safeguards. Platform permissions. I'm going to show you these things because I'm going to explain in the most basic possible way how platforms work in the conversational marketing world. Okay. I probably shouldn't even be showing you all this, but I told you from day one. I'm going to show you the things. By the way, I hope everyone had an awesome Thanksgiving. I hope you didn't spend all your money, but you did find a good deal for Black Friday. I hope. Let's see here. I'm showing all the things. All right. So I don't want you to see how much money I'm spending on this account. That's kind of a private thing. Let's go to my apps here, and I'll start sharing my screen when it's time. So, boom, boom, boom. Matter of fact, I'll show you this way. We'll go to so a lot of y'all will know about business.facebook.com, right? But guarantee very small percentage of anyone that's watching this, except the nerdiest of the nerds, y'all will not know that there's also a developers.facebook.com. And that is where, if you have an app, that's where it lives. So in this case, we're going to go into my app, and here we go. I'm going to share my screen for you guys now. Let's see. I don't necessarily want you to see everything here. I'm going to hide just a few things. Sorry. Here we go. All right, here we go. Now I'm ready. I don't want you to see all the things. Some things, even in my world, kind of like private. All right, so here's my screen. This is how things work. Please, for all the know-it-alls, please pay attention. It will help you not look stupid. And so when someone that's not as nice as me sees your stupid comment, they won't tell you how stupid you are. I have gotten really good at refraining. And some of y'all in that group are thinking like, he's a big old meanie. No, it just happens. All right, here we go. This is how it works, folks. This is your permissions section. Okay. Read engagement. What does this do? This allows your app to read content. They tell you so specifically. Posts, photos, videos, events posted by the page. Read followers data. That is public, guys. Very basic. Aside from the PSID, which is like your unique number. And the profile picture, read metadata, blah, blah, blah. You can read it if you want to read it. Come to this site here, developers.facebook.com, and you will be able to see all of the permissions you can apply for. For everyone wanting all the Instagram things, this is where you apply for that. What I'm trying to show you guys here is, I saw 275, almost at 300, baby. What I'm trying to show you guys here is Facebook. Let me get this stupid thing off. Facebook only gives us the ability, if we're approved, to do the things that are awesome, the things that you want to do. In the case of conversational marketing, anything that could get you banned, aside from being a terrible marketer or really violating policies and terms, the only thing that could get you banned or blocked in this case are things that can be done on platforms. Now, when I say platform, that means an application, guys. So I know that there are applications for, on the App Store, maybe, that you can do a specific thing, like follow. There's a bunch of Instagram ones, like every is an app that's got one of these permissions. from Instagram or Facebook in this case, and it says every hashtag on Instagram that's, hashtag German Shepherds, like the thing, like their post, and leave a random comment or one of these said comments. Like, there's a ton of those apps out there that will have one or two of these Facebook permissions that I was about to show. I can't show you all the things on this page that I have. I have every single Messenger permission that there is. Anything that I want to do in Messenger, Facebook has given me and all my users the okay to do it. Now, if all of a sudden, because I can see everything that's happening in this dashboard from a high level, if all of a sudden I see a spike in what Facebook deems bad activity, the feature that I have as a platform, guess what? It's gone. They will remove it. They will take it away from you. With great power comes great responsibility. That really is a thing, as cliche as it is because of the movie. It's so true, man. And I can't say, obviously, 100% certain this is ManyChat's problem. If they fixed it, this is what would be the fix. No more worries. I can't do that because I don't know. But I do know, I'm sure that it's so small that they will be able to fix it. But until then, I urge you guys to be very cautious. Be very nice. Don't be like these people I put on the screen, man. It would have been such a better episode tonight had everyone that tried to be helpful in some way. Some way. Instead, like, so many people just want to like puff up their chest and turn up their nose. And like the adults in the room, we know, like, you have no idea what you're talking about. But I don't want to embarrass you totally. But if you come at me, yeah, that's when I will ask you, well, how many pages have you gotten blocked, lady? Come on, quit playing. And I'm not saying specifically that any of those times were her fault. I'm saying it's the platform's fault. And I'm saying it's silly for her to be so defending on a platform that she doesn't understand how it works. She didn't code the thing. Whatever. I'm off of that. Be nice to people, folks. You never know when you'll need somebody. Don't burn bridges unless you just plan on never, ever having to cross them. And I'll tell you what, some of these folks, if you're not qualified to be on my show, then we will not be friends. All you have to be qualified to be on the ChatBot podcast is be nice. I mean, kid, if you don't know about ChatBots, you can come on this show. If you're not nice, you're not going to be on this show. I promise you that. And you're not going to go very far either. Short-term success. That's what you'll see. People don't. This is the best piece of business advice I could ever, ever, ever give to anyone. People do business with people they like and can trust. That is the number one qualification. And if you're a jerk, you're constantly mean, constantly negative, you won't be doing business with a lot of people because you won't be liked by a lot of people. And business is not a popularity contest for sure. But I think that so many people just take a step back, take a breath, including myself many times. Take a breath, reassess the situation, and then make it a point and then back it up. I'll never say anything. Like I told y'all many times, I'll never say anything, never show you anything that I cannot fully back up. And no, I don't need anyone to read terms to me. Either way, Black Friday, it's basically over now. I know your sale is going to go on the next couple of days. You'll get sales if you're running them. But the big hustle and bustle of the year is like many businesses just really work up to the last second. Talking to a buddy of mine, Ryan, he was working the last second on his Black Friday campaigns. Man, but it's over now. Time to think about the rest of the holiday. Gift giving ads you're going to run. The next holiday engagement campaign, retargeting campaigns. Is your SEO ready? Holiday ready? You running Google ads? I want to know the things. Coming to the end of this season, y'all. The first season ever of the ChatBot Podcast. I think we'll do another season. I think I have a fun format that I'm going to start running with if we do a season 2. Should we do a season 2? I don't know. I might be too real for podcasts. Who knows? I might just be giving all the gold things. I should be keeping myself away. People that don't want to use it or are afraid. I don't know. I should keep everything to myself. No, I wouldn't do that. I thank y'all for watching. I could have went on another whole 3-4 hours. We could have looked in that group's page, in their group page, and saw how many people, because it's astounding, have been banned. Now, grain of salt, y'all. Let's just assume 90% of said banned pages were actually legitimate bans. They should have been banned because they were bad at marketing or whatever. They didn't know the rules, honest mistakes, whatever. When your top people, your top people, ManyChat, look at me, your top people get banned. There's a problem. When that's all I'll say. I'm not going to go further. Y'all know, fix the problem, man. Listen, it's not for me. It's for the rest of y'all's people y'all have that depend on it. It's for the rest of the chat marketers that don't use your platform. Don't ruin it for us. And I know the things that are being done in the back rooms. I know what's going on. A lot of people do. And it's sad. And we'll talk about that when we can, because that's coming, man. Don't worry. But I just hope it gets figured out. I sincerely hope, truthfully, that there's never a chat marketing professional that's ever wrongfully banned. I hope every chat marketer or wannabe chat marketer that does it wrong gets immediately banned, because you cannot ruin this thing, man. Like, in either way, it's like this is coming one way or the other. This thing right here, y'all, is just too valuable. You're gonna get your consumer, your client, or customer. You're gonna get their attention on this thing one way or the other. And right now, the most profitable, most efficient, most effective way is Facebook Messenger. How can you be even better at Messenger? You automate that. You include automation, which is a chatbot. That is why we're here. To do all those advanced things that make a lot of money and make a lot of sense. The last thing you need to worry about is being banned. I hope that at least of all the people, the spicy people that were arguing with me today, I hope that at least we can agree on that. We don't want to have bans happen. We can agree on that. We can start building from there and figure out the root cause. Or at least you guys can, because I'm done. Out. Broke up with MC for good. It's all TTT now. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Y'all have a good rest of your night and a great weekend. Stay thankful, and have a good night.